Hey everybody, right, I've just been doing a little job at the school today. I thought I'd show you, just give you a couple of little tips on using these particular fixings. We used to have a plasma screen up on that wall there. That was on a standard TV bracket that was just flat against the wall, you couldn't adjust it. Now that TV has given up on life, so I was taking a TV from another part of the school to have down in the canteen just for the kids to have general bulletins and stuff on the screen, things relating to the school they can look at while they're in here having the meals and what have you. So I got the job of moving the bracket. Now this TV we've took is one that's on one of these swivel brackets. These TVs are pretty heavy, and I reckon the bracket alone, these swivel out type brackets, I reckon that bracket alone has got to be 18-20 kilograms plus the weight of the TV, plus that weight is amplified by the fact that that arm is sticking out, so obviously there's more pressure on them fittings because the TV is pulled away from the wall. Now the old one actually would come from somewhere else. This would come with a different TV bracket. Now all this is your standard raw plug, quite a big one, and a reasonable bolt. Now this was going on a fairly small TV, then fair enough, you might trust it, but they're not that massive, so there's absolutely no way I would trust that and a big raw plug to hold that amount of weight. So the other option are these anchor bolts, which are a lot stronger, can take a lot more weight than that can. So this is what I've fitted on there. So there's, get focus, there's 6 of them on that bracket. So I thought I'd just give you a little tip for using these, because the first time I used it I made the mistake, and being it's been a very long time since I actually used one, I made the exact same mistake again this time when I was trying to fit them. Yeah, just unscrew this. Everything's awkward with one hand. So the way these work, right, where's my finger gone? Right, that little bell section in the bottom, that's actually grabbed by this outer casing, so that will just sit there. And the way to work, that screw goes in and that bottom section is threaded. So you do the nut up, that bell shaped section is pulled into the main body, and that's a steel clip that's round there, so this shell will actually expand as that gets pulled into the main body. Now, like with everything, when you use raw plugs or anything like this, you're only drilling the hole slightly bigger than the thing you're going to put in there. So the mistake I have now made twice when fitting these is they come with a bolt sitting in there, so the natural thing to do is you just take it out with the bolt screwed in, push it into the wall, and then you might find it's a little bit tight, so you instinctively pick up a hammer and give it a little tap to knock it in. You knock it in, and then what you don't realise is going to happen, you undo your bolt, and as you've hit it, you've actually knocked this little dome section at the bottom, you've knocked it free of that outer casing. So obviously when you unscrew the bolt from it, that's just going to drop off and either get stuck at the back of the hole, or it's going to fall down the cavity in the wall, and then you're a little bit stuck with that one. So you're okay to hit them, just remember to take the bolt out first and then just give it a few light taps to knock it in, then you can insert your bolt again. And the other handy tip number 2 with these bolts, this up here where this other bracket come from has got the same fittings in the wall. So as I've just explained the way these work, so if you were to screw your bolt back in, and you try to actually pull that out now, that fitting is in there really solid. You would have to get a big pair of wrenches on that and pull the hell out of it to have any chance of pulling that out, and then you'll probably pull that massive chunk of plaster off as you rip it out. But like everything, simple when you know how. So as I say, how that system works, if you now hit it but not too hard, and the idea is obviously to knock that bell section back out again, so you just give it a few light taps, and that's pushed in quite a way then. So that should now be that bell section pushed back in to the bottom, and look at that, that literally just pulls out in your hand now. And as long as you haven't hit it too hard, which I haven't in this case, you can see that is still in there. So hang on, I'll just get this unscrewed just to check that it is still in one piece, but I'm pretty sure it is. So that's the bolt out, and as you can see, I haven't hit it hard enough to knock that out the bottom. So basically that bolt is good to use again. So save yourself a few pound if you can just stick them in the cupboard and they're ready to go next time around. This particular one is an M6, just trying to see the markings here. M8 I think it is actually. Yeah, I think you can just make out M8 on there. And I can't see it on this one, but on the other ones I bought, it also had the drill size. It had M8 and then next to it it had 14, which is what you would use for these particular ones. So I don't know if they've all got that, but that's quite useful if you've had them knocking about your shed for ages, and then you, rather than just having a little bit of a guess at what size drill bit to use, it actually has it on there to remind you. So just thought I'd give you that little bit of information, because I've done it twice now. So you put that in there and then you just instinctively pick up a hammer, give it a little smack, and then you find that that end's fallen off, and that's you a bit knackered. Then you'll have to muck about trying to get it back out, or back down the shop to buy some more. Let's see if this one comes out just as easy. I've took about oh, this will be the 7th one I'll have took out if it comes. Again, that's pushed in nice and simple. This one's a little bit tougher. Guess the hole on this one must have been a little bit tighter. Will we get it? It's coming slowly. A bit awkward doing it one-handed. I'm sure if I can get a pair of pliers on that, I'm sure that one will pull out easy as well. They've obviously just drilled the hole a little bit neater on that one and didn't have quite so much play in it. Yep, there you go. So that's me managed to get all of them out now. I've already filled a few holes in, as you can see. And yet again, that one has not broken. So I've got all them to use again on another job. Right, that's everything from me. Catch you later.